spiritual abuse, you know, and then
Yes.
those who are rich can eat, and those who come late will have to eat it nicely. So they abuse the supper. It used to be supper, they eat together at dinner, like that. And people at a party with it, just like unworthy marriage, like they drunk too much and then they got drunk, you know, and then all kind of stuff happens. So you have to unworthy marriage means that they just make sure they have a party, the wine and the bread. That's not good.
But that's maybe the way. Maybe that's the reason why nowadays many churches provide only little amount of so that we can just completely avoid the problem from the beginning. However, this can be a practical problem because then how can we really experience the unity and interdependence of believers when we eat that little amount of bread, that little amount of drink? We cannot really practice it mentally, but the practical way. And then how can we separate, or how can we regard this as, for example, we eat lunch together, nowadays every once in a month, before the Sunday worship service. And then we consider it not really a Lord's Supper, but we provide the food to students and people who come. But maybe there can be more likely a Lord's Supper in the early churches if they ate together. And then when I think about it, this theme should go for also all together, the unity and interdependence. For example, a person comes and they think, he thinks this is a free lunch anyway, and because it's free, I'll just eat as much as I can. And so if he eats a lot at that moment, and so people later coming people, they find no food. That's not good, and that's really against the unity and interdependence. And that's exactly against the spirit of the Lord's Supper, even though that food that we provide that time is not really considered as the Lord's Supper. But that's before the Sunday worship service, and maybe can be considered as part of worship service. The preparation time too. So, and the preparation is very important, and this kind of education has to be conducted to let people know why we do this and prepare their minds.
So I think who should participate in Lord's Supper is a controversy because they said only believers do that. But when I look at Mark chapter 2, Jesus ate with the sinners and tax collectors, no? And I don't know how much they believe, but they
But that wasn't communion.
Communion, yeah. So.
But it wasn't.
Yeah. but the thing is, we cannot know who believe or not. Okay. So each person should self-examine because we cannot say, you know, we have not much knowing. Okay. Well, they have to confess it and then.
Yeah, I think that you have to say for those that are believers, they can do this, and people have to examine their hearts whether they believe it or not.
And I think also I've not done inviting people to accept Jesus, and this can be also confession. And then maybe we should put them in there and then go voluntarily go and then eat it, and then we just pass them out. Huh? So we should just make them get up and do it versus.
Yeah.
But when you test it out, people just choose if they want, whether they want it or not.
Well, I think we are somewhat pressing them to eat.
No, there are people who are never thinking.
Okay. At least I think at least we should say this, because we don't say this, and then any people just visiting, they do participate. But if we say this, then they will understand that this is a really serious thing. So even non-believers can sing the praise songs without a problem, but this one, if non-believers they participate in Holy Communion while they don't believe, then they will just consider the Holy Communion as ordinary one process of the long procedures of the Sunday worship service. That's not really the meaning of it. I think we have to make it honored.
Well, I think as well, you know, you don't just start off by saying that this is only for believers. You say, why is it?
Why? Yeah, sure.
Why?
Because otherwise it just looks like you're just trying to exclude them.
And also we have to invite them, okay, those who because after the word service, you know, we preach the good news, you know, and if they agree with the good news, they believe, then they can eat it. So it's not exclusive, but you should make it more invited to come, and then reminder. So otherwise, plus, it's very, we don't know who believes, not believes. That's their hearts. So each person should make a stand. So.
I just want to throw out also, I think it's better if you just pass it, and then if you explain before we pass, like, to just choose if you do believe that to accept it. Because if you ask them to go up and get it, it is very awkward for those who just are sitting down. Like, they feel like they're not like everyone else, but if you pass it and they choose to not take it, it's less, like, obvious, and then they feel less conscious, I think, self-conscious about it.
Okay, so you have opportunity.
I could see both ways, actually.
Okay. Well, actually, then you can also say those people who are sitting, it's okay.
I think it's actually less awkward if they go up. Just coming from a non-Christian background, when I would be at church and as a non-Christian, I mean, when it's passing, it's like passing the plate, like the offering plate. You're that one that passes it without putting anything in. You're passing it without taking it out. It's kind of like a guilty feeling.
I went to a Catholic church with my friend when I was younger, like a couple times, and they made you go up there, and everyone had to go though, but if you didn't believe, you just wouldn't participate. I always felt really like uncomfortable that they like made us go up. I guess it's a little different because we're not making them go up, but I mean, yeah, I see, like, I don't feel awkward if I just pass the basket or if I pass without taking, but
It's a personal thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on the geometry of the room too. How easy it is to stand up, the chair.
Yeah, but I think we should respect those people who.
We can do two at the same time.
So chaos and no one knows.
Well, we can try 1 week at passing. I think I think that's because some churches they have to be membered and be baptized. There's a whole list of things they should do before, and also they go out, and then they go to some special room and do it, So. And anyway, we have to think about this also, because we have to find our own context. So.
Yeah. Another way is if you just like have people come up when they're ready, as in like they can pray and then they can come up, and people come up at different times, and it's not like you're saying, okay, row 1 can come up right now, and then there's.
That's a good idea.
Maybe we should pray first, and then.
Yeah.
And then
while people pray.
And while we're singing something,
Yeah, you should have some song going on.
And then those who want to come, and then just.
They do their own time.
Own time, So we make like 5 or 6 minutes long.
That's good.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, you could put it together with like the offering, and I mean it could be all at the same time. They can pray, they can then partake in communion, and then partake in offering all at the same.
That's a good idea. Alex has many good ideas. I never thought about that.
That's a good idea.
Good idea.
If you can sing that
Communion.
communion song.
So